coming. Many of you know who I am. I recognize so many of your faces here. You've come out in the last several months to really help get this campaign here in Colorado going. My name is Matt Holdridge. I'm the state director here in Colorado for the campaign. So what I want you guys to do, this is going to be a participatory action right here. I want you to reach into your pockets. I want you to pull out your cell phone or a pen or a piece of paper, something that you can take a note with. Okay, I'll give you 1 second to do that. Okay, pull it out. And we're just going to take a few notes. All right, this isn't class, but I just want you to take a few notes. So just start writing it as I say it. 2955 Ulster. That's U-L-S-T-E-R Street. And that's in Denver. And the zip code is 80238. Okay? And for those of you, if you're going to punch that right into your GPS on your phone right now, it's about a mile that way. Lots of Martin Luther. Okay, and that's our office. All right, this is the last week of the campaign here in Colorado before the caucus. Okay, this is crunch time for us. We need to get you guys out to help make phone calls. Look at this. Our office is pretty big. We can't accommodate all of you, but we can accommodate all of you in shifts. So please come in, help make the phone calls. We win by reaching out to our fellow Coloradoans. Did I say that right? We reach out to them, we let them know when the caucus is, we get them to commit to be delegates, and then we get them out there to their precinct caucuses. This is talking to your neighbors, folks. This is all we're asking. How many of you are planning on attending the caucus? You don't need to raise your hands. For those of you who don't know, and you still have your cell phone or your pen and paper out, it's February 7th. That's next Tuesday. Okay, it's in your neighborhood. It's a precinct caucus. Okay, precinct is just your neighborhood, basically speaking. Okay, it starts at 7:00 p.m. We want you to get there by 6:15. You want to get there early. Okay, round up those other Ron Paul supporters in your precinct who are Republicans and are able to participate in the caucus. Bring them with you. No excuses. We don't want them to say, oh, I had to cook dinner, or whatever the case is. Okay, tell them you'll buy them dinner after the caucus is over. So offer to give them a ride. Get them there. We win by out-organizing. That's how we win. So we need to be more organized. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and introduce Mr. Earl Bandy. Earl is the chairman of the Republican Liberty Caucus here in Colorado. He has been into the office. For those of you who just wrote down that address, Earl can give you directions. He's been in the office numerous times over the past few months. He was kind enough to endorse Congressman Paul in a press release. He has been one of our go-to people here in Colorado, and the campaign greatly appreciates that. I know Congressman Paul does as well. Earl is a financial analyst by trade. He's a father of 2 young children. And only second most important to that is that he's a campaign volunteer. So, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Earl Bandy.
Thank you, Matt, and thanks to all the Ron Paul campaign staffers here in Colorado. Let's give them a hand. We don't have to do anything. As Matt mentioned, I am the chairman of the Colorado Republican Liberty Caucus, and I'm very proud that our national organization has endorsed Ron Paul for president. And I am honored to share with you why I personally support Ron Paul for president, and why I believe he's the only candidate who will restore freedom and prosperity in America. Dr. Ron Paul has a 30-year track record of standing up
On
to
the far
principles
left on the
of
right,
individual
able
liberty,
to take
limited
pictures.
constitutional government, and the idea that our rights are endowed to us by our Creator. not bestowed on us by the state. He is the most consistent conservative in this race. You won't hear Ron Paul backtracking and apologizing for the things he believes. You won't hear Ron Paul change his tune to suit his audience. Congressman Ron Paul knows that free enterprise is built on honest money. Throughout his time in public service, he's been a critic of the policies of the Federal Reserve to prop up government by stealing from consumers and savers through inflation of the money supply. And he is the only candidate to deal clearly with the terrible threat that $15 trillion of debt poses to our nation. His plan to restore America presents a budget that cuts $1 trillion in spending in the first year. His plan does this by eliminating 5 unconstitutional departments without threatening Social Security, veterans benefits, or national defense. You see, Ron Paul understands that national defense is the most important duty of the federal government. And as Commander-in-Chief, President Paul will lead the fight to ensure that we are secure here at home. Are deployed abroad, that it's done constitutionally. With the Declaration of War. Our troops know that Ron Paul will do what it takes to keep us safe. That's why Ron Paul receives more contributions from active duty military personnel than all other Republicans combined. Finally, we must make sure that Barack Obama, not our Republican nominee, is forced to apologize for a $700 billion bailout of national banks. And that Barack Obama must defend the very un-Republican idea that the government has the power to force you to buy consumer products like health insurance. If we want to remove Barack Obama from the White House, and we do, we will have to replace him with a man whose ideas and values paint a clear contrast. That's why I support Ron Paul. And that is why polls show Ron Paul running competitively with Barack Obama and winning independents and younger voters. The fight to secure Colorado's 36 delegates for Ron Paul begins on the evening of February 7th, but it will not end there. You must become a delegate at your precinct caucus so that you can carry the fight to our county conventions, our congressional district assemblies, and our state convention on April 14th. Join with us to win this fight. This is our year. We are organized, we are energized, and we are inspired. Let's hear it for the man who inspires us. Our choice for president.
American Revolution got here before I did. Thank you for allowing me to join your revolution. This is wonderful. Thank you. I'd like to introduce two family members with me today. My granddaughter Linda, standing over here. My wife Carol is with me today. I thought I'd bring her along because we're going to celebrate our 55th anniversary tomorrow. They said that we get 30 or 40 people on today, so I'm very glad you showed up. This is wonderful, but it's also very encouraging because as I see it, we are in a desperate struggle right now on which way our country's going to go. But I've been very encouraged. There's a lot of people, especially when we talk to those individuals under 30. Some, even in this audience, and certainly in support of what we're doing, that are over 30, but a lot of them have... Well, we have to admit, freedom is a young idea, and that's where the enthusiasm comes from. So But this is where the excitement is. The message is not brand new. It can always be refined, but it's been around for a while. And fortunately for us, we were able to live in a country that had been blessed with the concept of liberty and a good constitution. But we've also been given a job because it's been neglected for the last 100 years, and what we need to do is restore confidence in the cause of liberty, restore confidence in our Constitution. There's always a significant group in any society that retains the beliefs and confidence what made the society great. And I keep thinking about the individual Solzhenitsyn. In the midst of the Soviet system, he was born in the year the revolution occurred. Yet he lived through that tyranny. And I always marveled at the fact that he came out, he was well educated, he had religious beliefs, he knew English and he knew the classics, and he knew something about liberty in spite of the tyranny. So there's always that group out there. And I not only think that we are getting the young group and the college age group energized, but there's a lot that have known about this and felt frustrated in the past, that have not had a spokesman, and they have been just disgusted with the fact that too often we elect one party versus the other, and not a whole lot changes. But we want to make